Have you ever felt that there's something deeply wrong with society and there are plenty of things we can do to improve it? But did you ever stop and think that dancing is one of them? No? Well, me neither, but apparently Nietzsche, of all people, thought so. Give me some of your time, and I'll explain how Nietzsche argued that busting a move will save humanity. Nietzsche said that dancing will save humanity. That seems silly, right? Well, he's Mr. God is Dead, Mr. Übermensch, but what if I told you that he's Mr. God is a Dancer? Now, before you think that I read fanfiction instead of Nietzsche's books, I actually came upon this idea in a book called Philosophy of Walking, and it quoted Nietzsche saying, "I would only believe in a god that could dance." And that got me interested. Why is Nietzsche so hell-bent on dancing? I began to research this, and what I found out was dancing is actually apparent in almost all of his major works. But let's start from the beginning. How did Nietzsche even start liking dance? Imagine a young Friedrich Nietzsche, a thinker destined to become a Lutheran pastor, in an environment where dance was whispered about, rather than celebrated, finding his rhythm in the unexpected embrace of dance. Picture him, a young man in a conservative Christian household, stealthily stepping into the world of dance, through folk dances, the elegant spins of the waltz, and tales of dances whispered by his sister Elizabeth. But it wasn't just the movement of bodies that interested him. His avid reading of the Bible, romantic literature, and the tales of Greek and Roman literature introduced him to dance as a form of religious expression and a way of celebrating life. There's a moment in Nietzsche's biography where his life took a dramatic turn. Once on the path to preach from the pulpit, he began to untangle the threads of Christianity's core, influenced by the provocative thoughts of Ludwig Feuerbach. Feuerbach argued that the gods people worship are actually projections of human qualities. That is, the qualities we admire or fear in ourselves, we attribute to divine beings. This echoed within Nietzsche, which made him quit the study of theology and switch to classical philology. This new world of philology, rich in the study of ancient cultures, unveiled the vibrant tapestry of Greek and Roman societies, where dance wasn't just an activity, but a vital thread woven into the fabric of community and moral existence. Accompanied by this rich tapestry of ancient wisdom, Nietzsche began to weave dance into the very fibers of his philosophy. And it was within this context that he actually wrote The Birth of Tragedy. In this book, he actually explored ancient Greek culture and saw how it related to art, tragedy, and the Dionysian spirit of dance. The Birth of Tragedy marks Nietzsche's deep dive into ancient Greek tragedy, a powerful form of theatrical art that originated in ancient Greece. These tragedies were dramatic narratives combining dialogue, acting, and choral song to delve into themes of human suffering, fate, and the divine, often performed during religious festivals in the honor of the god Dionysus. Within this ancient tradition, Nietzsche uncovers the electrifying interplay between two colossal forces: the Apollonian, representing the bright beauty of order and clarity, and the Dionysian, celebrating the intoxicating depths of chaos and raw emotion. It's within this vibrant tension between order and chaos that the chorus emerges as pivotal. The chorus is a group of performers whose collective movements and songs offer a bridge between the play's storyline and its deeper emotional undertones. For Nietzsche, the chorus's dance transcends simple background activity. Instead, it appears as the essence of Greek tragedy's transformative power, captivating the audience and guiding them to a great appreciation of life's intricate dance. He contrasts the dynamic essence of these ancient stories with the more restrictive views of the Christian culture of his time, advocating that the Greek tragedy provides a deeper, more vibrant lens through which to understand existence. He zeroes in on the chorus's dance as a key way to express this mix of sorrow and joy, an experience of what he calls Dionysian ecstasy. This ecstasy is about embracing both creation and the destruction in life, feeling a deep connection to everything that exists beyond just our individual selves. Dance becomes an incredibly powerful way to express this, going beyond just words or music to connect both performers and viewers directly to the primal forces of nature. Nietzsche also sees dance as a unique way to explore and express the essence of nature itself. Through dance, people not only show off their creativity, but also go through a transformation that brings them closer to the natural rhythms of the world. This process breaks down the usual barriers between the artist and the artwork, or the observer and the observed, inviting dancers to become a part of the ongoing cycle of life and death that defines our existence. So the dance of the chorus in Greek plays isn't just an artistic detail, it's actually a crucial element to portray the deep philosophical insights in these plays. And it also helps the audience experience a shared feeling of ecstasy, which actually opens their eyes to the complexities of life. Through his work, Nietzsche highlights how dance can reveal the deep truths of life and how art actually helps us maintain and flourish a deeper connection with the world. From the intense drama of Greek tragedies to our modern ways of living, Nietzsche moves from admiring life's deep contrast in the birth of tragedy to human all too human, where Friedrich Nietzsche dives deep into how modern culture has moved away from the core of what it means to be human. He starts off where he left off in the birth of tragedy, discussing the balance between rationality, our Apollonian side, and our wild, instinctual side, the Dionysian. But now he expands his views to show how we've lost touch with the Dionysian side, the part of us that finds wisdom in just being, in feeling, moving, and experiencing life directly. Nietzsche points out that nowadays, society and science actually push us to value thinking over feeling, which leads us to actually forget about the deep insights generated from just living in our bodies and experiencing the world with our senses. At the same time, Nietzsche also talks about how we've become overly sensitive to our emotions and we sort of forget our body. This leads to a sort of shallow emotion where we let emotions run rampant without paying attention to the things that our body is telling us. With this context, Nietzsche introduces the idea of the free spirit as someone who finds a balance between the intellectual and the instinctual. He uses dance as a powerful metaphor for this balance. To Nietzsche, dancing isn't just about moving your body, it's about finding a way to live that honors both your thoughts and your instincts, weaving them together into a richer, fuller human experience. He sees dance as a way back to this more connected, vibrant way of living. It's not just an activity, but a way of understanding the world that goes beyond words, tapping into our instinctual, primal selves. Nietzsche calls us to embrace dance, not just in the literal sense, but as a way of being, to help mend the split between mind and body. By suggesting we bring dance into our lives, Nietzsche is actually pushing for a society in which we value the knowledge of the body as much as our intellect. He imagines a society full of free spirits that live creatively and engage with life on all levels. This vision actually challenges the notion of valuing our intellect more than our bodies, or the trend of being swept up by surface-level emotions. Instead, Nietzsche offers us a path to a more nuanced and full life, in which the dance of the mind and the body leads us to our full potential. I'm sorry to interrupt your precious Nietzsche time, but if you could just click the subscribe button, it would motivate me greatly to continue making these types of videos. Continuing his philosophical journey in the gay science, Nietzsche introduces the idea of eternal recurrence, challenging us to imagine living our lives over and over again in the same exact way. This concept isn't just a thought experiment, it's Nietzsche's way of asking us to find value in every moment of our existence. If we're going to repeat our lives forever, we should live in a way that makes us embrace every experience with enthusiasm. Dance for Nietzsche becomes a powerful metaphor in this context. It's about more than just movement. It symbolizes a way of engaging with life that's full of joy and participation. It's a call to live in the present, to appreciate the sensory and the immediate aspects of life. Through dance, Nietzsche suggests that we can confront the idea of eternal recurrence not with despair, but with a celebration of life's rhythms. In this way, dance links closely to eternal recurrence, offering a blueprint for how to live our lives with a sense of passion and fulfillment. Also, Nietzsche uses the metaphor of dance to critique Christianity's restrictive morals, which usually shuns the body's pleasures and desires. Through dance, he advocates for a certain reconnection with our physical selves, that we should find the beauty in the physical aspects of life, rather than some distant spiritual realm, the afterlife. Dance for Nietzsche isn't just simply movement, it's a philosophical stance that lets you appreciate the physical aspects of life, and it counters the restrictive and self-denying nature of Christian doctrine. The Spoke Zarathustra expands on these ideas, introducing us to Zarathustra, inspired by the ancient prophet Zoroaster, reimagined as a wise man who shares his insights after a long period of isolation. Zarathustra symbolizes the Übermensch, or overman. This concept represents Nietzsche's ideal of a future human who moves beyond outdated moral frameworks to establish personal values. Zarathustra's message marks a turning point. He declares the death of God and the fading away of traditional values. This declaration lays the groundwork for his advocacy for new, self-defined values. Through Zarathustra, Nietzsche invites us to envision a future where values are personally crafted, not passively inherited. Dance, used metaphorically in Zarathustra's teachings, signifies an escape from societal limits, celebrating individual freedom, resilience, and a zest for life. For Zarathustra, dance isn't just a form of movement, it's an emblem of life's changeability and our capacity to creatively navigate and thrive amidst those changes. Through Zarathustra's dance-filled lessons, Nietzsche addresses the nihilism he sees following the death of God, the erosion of universal values in the contemporary world. Dance, for Zarathustra, is a pathway to filling life with meaning, focusing on the earthly and the now, contrasting with the life-negating principles of Christian morality. So, Nietzsche's reference to dance carries several philosophical implications. It confronts moral frameworks that devalue physical and sensual pleasures. It proposes engaging with the world through our senses and emotions to develop new values. And it embraces the acceptance of life's inherent cycles. Dancing, in Nietzsche's view, is an active engagement with life's changes, an encouragement to face life's trials and grow by continually crafting and reassessing values. Dance, then, is not only a physical act, but a potent metaphor for the energy, freedom, and creativity central to Nietzsche's thought. In Nietzsche's later works, like Beyond Good and Evil, Genealogy of Morals, Ecce Homo, and so many others, dance comes up fairly often, not as the main focus, but an important symbol. It adds depth to his critique of the cultural and moral norms of his time. and supports his idea about embracing life, finding joy, and creating your own personal values. His personal struggles, especially with his health, which he talks about in Ecce Homo, blend into his thoughts on dance. Dealing with chronic illnesses, he found joy in dance, seeing it as a way to celebrate the body's natural wisdom and the simple pleasures of being alive. Even though he faced tough health issues like severe migraines and digestive problems, his love for dance shows us how his ideas about life were grounded in real, everyday experiences. To him, dance wasn't just a theory, it was truly a way to live, highlighting how our bodies can teach us about joy and resilience. From the Dionysian ecstasy in The Birth of Tragedy to the health-defying dance in Ecce Homo, Nietzsche threads the theme of dance across his works, spotlighting a zest for life. He emphasizes the need for adaptability, resilience, and an openness to the constant shifts of life. Dance is more than just fun. It's a key way to dive deep into life's experiences. It serves as a call to embrace the complexities of life, live passionately, and to continuously evolve our values as we navigate the constant, ever-changing dance of life. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video to the end. I have another interesting one that you can check out right here.